Hello, my name is Andrea and welcome to my channel. I'm the primary caregiver for my mom who's been living with dementia for more than 3 years now. If you're a caregiver in need of self-care or know of someone in need of self-care, then this is the right channel for you. Come and let's journey together as we learn from each other.
Hello to all my YouTube families and friends. Thanks again for joining me in another episode on my caregiving channel, A Caregiver's Love. Today we're stepping into the kitchen with none other than my friend, Chef Jones.
Sorry, I don't have on the uniform, but this is all good too.
So yes, we're stepping in the kitchen because food is one of the best ways to show love and care. So my amazing friend Chef Jones, she's here with us to prepare a warm and comforting seafood chowder.
Yes.
As caregivers, we know that sometimes a good meal can make all the difference for our loved ones and for ourselves. So Chef Jones, welcome to my channel once more.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for always including me into your wonderful caregiving station that you provide so much wonderful information to show the world that we are all in this together. So it's really a blessing that you're doing this. And that's why I wanted to come up with this part of it to show, because we really don't understand that a part of caregiving is also, eating, feeding yourself and making sure that you're not only just, because we like to stop on the street and pick up food because it's easy, but that, as you know, our food system is going crazy. So we won't go into that. So just to keep our family and ourselves safe, this is an easier way, but a lot of things that we're missing is prepping. And a lot of times we don't prep. It takes me 15-20 minutes to cook because I prep. Whenever I go shopping on Saturday, I come home and I prep for the family. So it's definitely something that I want to teach you guys, and it is a class that I also do, is prepping. So today I'm making a seafood chowder. I love seafood. Every now and then I'll have red meat. I eat very expensive. I'm not going to lie to you. My food costs more than my clothes, my pocketbooks, and everything else. I love expensive food. I have some sea bass, and as you know, and I have some scallops and some shrimp. And so I'm going to just throw this together, a nice. You can use water base to make this, so it's very easy. I promise you, no more than 15 minutes this is going to take you, because all of these seafoods and proteins are easy to cook, so you won't have a problem. Sometimes I just throw it in an air fryer. I know that everybody probably have an air fryer by now. If you don't, you should. It makes life so much easier. I sometimes throw them in to get a nice little color, and then just saute. So I already have some potatoes here, TV style, that we have done already.
Let me see.
Some potatoes here, TV style. I got a little bit of garlic in there. I like to also, with garlic, I like to cook with garlic, but sometimes there's a lot of problems to cook with garlic. So I buy a whole thing of garlic and just put it in the oven and bake it, and then make garlic paste. It's really good. So what I'm gonna do is kind of saute my potato. I also picked up, I'm not advertising any brand, but I also picked up some mashed potato. And it sometimes to make your base is the pre-mashed potato. This is a good brand because it's real potatoes and it's in the freezer, so it's not powder. And I'm going to kind of use some of this just to get the thickness of the soup, and I'm going to use water as well. So I'm really not getting base. I'm not using any vegetable base. I'm not using anything like that. I'm just using plain water, and I already have some potatoes already cooked. Right. Actually, you can come in the kitchen. You don't have to be afraid. So now I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put all of my vegetable first in so it can just saute with the potato.
So just tell them what vegetables.
I have carrots, I have celery, and I have onions, and I have green onions. Now, make this your own. If you like other things, you can do that. There's other firm vegetable as well that you can do. So you can also do that. Some people put yam. You can put yam because we're Caribbean. So I'm just going to put everything in here, and sorry you're not here to smell it, but I have the celery, and I'm going to let Angie come over here. I have the celery and come on over, the celery and the potato already. And it's just gonna saute, see that? And I kind of pre-cooked the potatoes. You smell that, it smells really good, and I put nothing in here yet, just the onions. I'm gonna pour a little water, I'm gonna use water. I was gonna use a base, vegetable base, but I changed my mind. The potato is nice and chunky, you see that? So you really don't need anything except this to let it cook and simmer down a little bit. This is so much easier for you and your family to do when you get home because you're tired. Everybody is tired. I'm gonna dice this white fish, Angie. Sea bass is full with fat and it can handle anything. It doesn't break down very easily, but it's not very cheap either. And it's also another fish that is very good too is
That's snapper?
no, this is
Grouper?
grouper.
Oh, okay.
And grouper is $18 a pound. So it at least it's a little bit more cheaper than the sea bass because the sea bass is $29 a pound. Not everyone can. If you buy a small amount, you can afford to eat like this. But I choose to eat like this and choose not to do the other things in life that other people do. I choose to drive the same car and eat expensive food. I love to cook with wine, so it's very important because everybody knows I have all my wines. And I love to also cook with wine, but I don't use cooking wine because it's full of salt. So I got a little wine here.
Oh, so cooking wine is full of salt.
Yes, very full of all kind of stuff. It's just,
wow.
yeah, it's full of salt. So once this go in the pot, see that already? And it smells good already, and I haven't put anything in here. And the potato is gonna get all nice. You pour your water in, right? And you let the fish and the
potatoes
and the onions and all the carrots and the celery just pick up a body. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of garlic salt in here, or a little bit of salt. I like to use garlic salt. And also garlic, so it's going to have a nice little flavor. And some thyme and some hot pepper, whatever you guys want to put in here is good. Okay, mix it around. At the end, throw your shrimp in unless you're using raw shrimp. And then we want to add the coconut milk. So we're going to add a little coconut milk for color. Yes. I have some coconut milk that I'm going to add. And again, I'm not nobody's sponsoring this, so, you know, I'm not showing anybody's name. But I have the coconut milk here. All right, so this is why it's coconut milk. I know I'm just going to fix up all this. Just add my coconut milk and look at that. And then just let it simmer. By the time we talk about all of the wonderful things about caregiving, you can also use sour cream if you don't want to use coconut milk. You use sour cream, you know, but the coconut milk gives a nice flavor. Look at that already. Boy, with the rain outside, this is heavenly.
So what inspired you to do the seafood chowder?
Like I said, it's a rainy day and I love soup. Soup and popcorn is my favorite food. I love soup and popcorn.
And as you said, it's easy to make.
And it's very easy to make on a day like this. A tossed salad, Andrew's favorite food, which is her toast and avocado. So a tossed salad, a bowl of hearty Chowder soup, and a slice of avocado toast. Send your right off the bed, and it's a very light meal at that time of night. Because I want to eat my food at night, I can't eat the heavy food at night. As you notice that my behind is not small, so I have to make sure. And again, I got this potato to also, if I need more thickness to it, I can just already add some potatoes that are already made to it. And it gives it a nice body, you know? And it makes it nice and chunky. and that's already done. So it saves you time again, and it's really delicious. That's one of the most delicious one they have in the store. I'm gonna have to write them for a sponsorship before I start calling them. Oh my God, already, Angie. No, wait until you taste it. Wait until it's simmered down, and make sure you put the shrimp in last, because if you put the shrimp in first, it's going to overcook. Right. And it's already cooked unless you get raw shrimp. Yeah. So you have to make it cook a little bit more. But right now, everything in there is bubbling down and bubbling up. And we're going to have a cup of chowder soup. It should be ready in about 10-15 minutes. Okay. So that's what we, you know, and I also have to cook for Blue, you know. So my two favorite fish that I love snapper. I think I have a fish almost. As a matter of fact, I have one on the table right here. I eat fish all the time.
Well, that's me.
And the funny thing about it is that fish is not my primary food based on my blood type. It's not. And I think that's probably one of the reasons, because I don't eat a lot, but based on my blood type, I'm supposed to be having a lot of red meat. But as they say, it's not scientifically proved that your blood type is specifically the food that you're supposed to eat. I don't know everything. It's everybody's body and how it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as caregivers, we're often short on time, Michelle. What makes this dish simply enough for a busy caregiver to prepare? It's actually the protein, because it's easy to cook. As you know, fish is very easy to cook. So salmon is already done, and also the prepping. Like I said, one of the things that I do when I get home on the weekends, whenever you shop, is that I personally, if I buy a pack of something, I separate it in. If there's 3 of us in the house, I separate it in that, and it makes things easy. I cut up even my peppers, Angie. I cut up and freeze them and portion them out, because it's so much easier, and it's easy for you to cook. I was about to ask you, you know, like what kind of preparation you can do to save time.
Yes, like when I buy my big thing of broccoli, I pour hot water over them and separate them. When I buy my asparagus,
hot water,
and then I put them in there
and
freeze them individually in small bags. My asparagus too, I do the same thing.
Help me to understand, because I would love to understand that broccoli. When you say you freeze it,
I pour hot water over it. I get it, pour it in a big bowl, pour hot water over it, so it kind of, you know, cook a little bit, and then separate them in individual bags and freeze them, because we pay so much for those things too. So you want them, because what we were doing was leaving them in the fridge, and it's not helping. So once you get home, you just pop it out of the fridge. It's already cooked. It's cooked, most of it, so you sometimes don't even have to cook it. You just heat it up, and it still tastes crunchy.
So yeah, I want to hear some of your little hacks, if you don't mind to share with me.
I know, because I actually teach a class of prepping. It's so much easier to do that. For meat, I cut up the meat and clean it. I don't just separate it. I take the time. That's what people don't want to do. Take that Saturday, that 2 hours, keep that 2-3 hours empty.
Season and cut up and season.
I don't season it, because sometimes the seasoning you have to leave the tall on something you can, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't season it, because then some people can do that if they want, and just take it out in the afternoon or put it in the fridge before they go to work. And when they come home, it's already thawed out. So that can be even helpful too, is to season it too. But me, I just I cut it up, I clean it, and I portion it out. If we're having chicken, you portion out the chicken. If we're having fish, we portion out the fish. If we're having and then I do the same. I cut up my salad. The only thing I buy fresh all the time is actually green salads. Because there's really nothing you can do. And they're so easy now, because they make it easy for us to eat it, because they come already cut up, and the flavors that you like, and the kind of vegetable that you like to eat. And our soup is over here getting body.
Okay.
Yes, and it smells amazing. And if you see that it needs some more body, just take some more potatoes and add in there.
We come around and have a look at it.
Yes. You can add more meat to it, right? You can add a lot. You can add more meat. Look at that. You can add a lot more, but this is TV ready. All it needs is to simmer down. And you see that rain outside right now today? It's raining, it's pouring rain outside. So this is a beautiful hot bowl of soup for you. It's called also comfort food. See that? Look at those nice scallops. And you can just garnish it with some green onion or some fresh basil. Yeah, from your little garden. And I put a little wine in there. I didn't use any butter. I just put a little bit of olive oil. I get olive oil shipped to me because I drink it. I have a teaspoon of olive oil in the morning. So I have that. But look at this. You see, you have the scallops and you have the fish. This is beautiful. Carrots, celery. You can put any kind of vegetable that you want and that you like.
So how do you know when it's fully cooked?
You can tell it's fully cooked.
I know it's cooked there.
And then when the body, you see the body?
Okay.
See the body of the body nice? So that's it. The body is very nice. You know, because scallops take a couple minutes to cook, and you know, like fish don't cook, and fish is easy to cook.
I've never had scallops.
Yeah, no?
No, never.
Oh, really? You should buy some. And it was actually on sale. I think it was $17 a pound or 20, something like that. About 5 for $7. Yes. So you see how this is nice and thick? I'm ready to pour it in, and if you want it thicker, you can, but you just let it simmer and it's ready. Angie, it's ready. But I like to drop some pepper in it. Even that. I love to drop some pepper in this. So look,
so season to taste.
Season to taste, everyone. Andrew will throw up a recipe. We'll have a recipe on her page. You can always go back and get it. And put your fish and your kind of fish that you want in there. And look at that. Look at that body.
Yeah.
And then you cover it up and it's finished. You just come home, you pour it to the family, like I said. You do your little bit of or you have a fruit bowl, you know. Now I'm just gonna add the shrimp.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it's just for the shrimp.
I'm just gonna add the shrimp and then turn off the stove, and it's done. Because
it's a cooked shrimp you're talking.
Yes, yeah, the cooked shrimp, and I turn off the stove, and you cook to your liking, to your taste. Sometimes if you have white black pepper, not a lot of people use it because it has a very bold taste. If you have it, just sprinkle a little bit in it, but you can also just sprinkle a little bit of black pepper, which gives a nice pungent taste to it.
I prefer to use the black pepper.
Yeah, so we have black pepper on it, and then season to your taste. But it's done. A matter of fact, you can just turn off the stove and leave it on the stove, and it is completely
simmer.
Yeah, and it took us as long as the show took you to do it.
Wow.
Very, very easy. And it's the same thing with any chicken, if any fish you're making. It's very easy to do. It's very easy to cook. Very, very easy. See, that's still a bubbling. You should have a bowl with a salad.
So the other thing is
Yes.
Michelle. So I was talking about the hats.
Yeah.
I see you have scallions here on the green. What do you call this?
The green onions.
Green onions.
Yes, green onions.
What kind of shortcut you can do?
Like I said, I cut up all of my vegetable in a bag. My husband and I, when we get home, when we cut up our green peppers. We cut up our peppers and onions. I like to use red onions in some things, so red onions is good for you. We cut one big bag, and then when we're cooking, we just open the fridge, take it out, and pour it in the pot, and we done cook.
So you don't freeze them though?
Yes.
Oh, you
freeze them. I freeze everything because you can't afford to buy things today.
All right.
It's very expensive. I freeze things.
So that's good for me because that's what I do too. But the only things that we find out that we can't freeze is like vegetables, and we can't freeze onions because onions can't be frozen.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You can't freeze onions; they come out saggy.
No, sir. But you don't cook saggy in the pot.
No, I don't like them when they're like that.
I freeze onions.
Really?
Yes, I freeze onions, red onions. I freeze. If I'm cooking a stir fry and I know that I'm going to do a stir fry, Angie, then I leave 1 or 2 of them out for no more than a week. Because as you know, we shop in bulk, especially when we have big families. So we shop in bulks. So we want to make sure that you're not wasting money because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is. Everything is so costly now that we really have to do it that way. I buy big bulk because I'm feeding 4 people because I have to also cook Blue's dinner.
Blue is her.
My 4-legged fur baby. And I have to make his dinner. He eats his steak and he eats all of his goody food. I make sure that I make. As a matter of fact, he eats better than the 2 men in my life.
And that's a reality.
Yes, he does. He's my fur baby. He's my emotional supporter. He's always there to stress me out and then love me. Unlike the rest of the world that stress you out and don't love you, Blue stress me out and love me.
So Michelle, I have a question for you. How
Yes.
can caregivers use a meal such like the chowder to create a moment of connection with their loved ones?
What brings you together mostly than food, Angie? Really? Think about it.
That's
You're
true.
sitting at the table and you're good at that. You're good at sitting down with your husband and family to eat. My husband and I try it. We try to do it almost, but when Randall was younger, I never missed a dinner with him. I was just like you. I never missed a dinner. But sometimes my husband and I have different schedules, and sometimes I don't. I eat my big meals in like midday. If I'm gonna eat, like I eat dinner like midday, and then at night I try to something
light.
light.
Soup like this at this time of the evening because it's
Yes.
evening now and it's raining here now.
Yeah.
So it's very practical for you for a dinner meal.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. So this is definitely, and then again, like I said, I choose things that if I'm going to make something like oxtail, which I also portion off for my husband and my son. If I'm going to make that, I pre-cook it the night before and then finish it up after. But I still also, and sometimes I even put it in the air fryer and then separate it.
Okay. So let me ask you, this meal is would you say it's a very balanced meal?
It is because it has the protein, it has vegetable, it has
The carbs.
the carbs, which is the potatoes. But more so, it's a sturdy meal, but it's also very light. So you can add a garden salad with it, with some kale, as you see here, and I'm going to put some fresh cucumber on it. And again, if you find it that you need more carbs, you can add a slice of toast with avocado, like you always do, like
yeah,
that you can find, and drink your bottle of water. Drink your water before eating and then after eating. So those are basically my tips. The best thing about cooking for family is prepping, because I do not like to eat out, and I don't eat out. Very rarely you see I go in a restaurant and sit down and eat. Because if I don't have a place, even my office, everywhere I go must have a kitchen because I like to cook my food.
Right.
So everywhere must have a kitchen for me so I can cook. So I get up in the middle, even my lunch, anything I'm eating, I prep it and I eat it, and I make my own everything. Even pizza. If I'm making a pizza, I make the pizza. I love to feed myself, and it's about self-love because caregiving,
you put in what you want in there, what you know is healthy for you.
Exactly, because as we know that most of our food is filled with all kind of preservatives, and so when you have natural food like this,
and sugars.
I mean, look at this piece of fish.
Yeah.
You know, this is so easy to cook with some curry and soft yam. This is what I cooked the other day with this. Or curry and potato, you know. These are easy things to cook. So finding easy things to cook and also prepping. And everything is easy to cook if you prep. If you prep, everything is easy to cook.
So you're going to show us what the finish looks like in a bowl.
Yes, I'm going to show you what the finish looks like and how you can actually have it. All right, let me grab a plate and show how you can just serve it. So I have here, you can actually put your salad on here if you want to too. You see it sits. Now some people can add fresh herbs to this. They can add fresh herbs to this, Angie. Yes. But look at this. And I'm gonna Look at that, with that weather outside. I'm not sure how Angie like it, if she likes the salt or she don't like it too salt, but you can add to it.
I don't cook with salt.
There you go. I didn't put any salt in there, so, and then you can just add your little salad. Yes, and put your vegetable on there, your peppers, your cucumber. I'm gonna eat this, and I love to add green onions too to my I love to add green onions to my salad. And add some nice cucumbers, diced cucumbers to the salad. And also, if you want more protein, Andrea, you can add nuts. You can add some nuts to it. Some of these little salad comes with nuts in them. And yes, I use a tile for cutting board because I don't like cutting boards.
Oh, yes. I didn't even remember that you use a tile.
I don't like cutting boards. They take up too much, and I'm a neat freak. I like clean food. This is why I don't eat out too. And if we like, I love expensive cheese. This is a French feta. I go down to, which is way down in Miami, and boo-boo, look at that. And then you can just garnish it with a little bit of yeah, both on your salad, and if you want it in your soup, there's already some in the soup. And look at that, we're ready to go. That's your dinner with a slice of avocado toast and a glass of wine.
Chef Jones wine.
You can't go bad with the wine, you know. You got to pour some of that wine. We pop it open and have a glass. Can't go wrong with the wine at all. See, we go? Listen, it's good for the heart. Thank you for inviting me, Andrea. I so appreciate it. And there is your...
Thank you for sharing your dish, my love, and your heart with us today.
And I can't wait to start. Listen, I'm sitting here and my mouth is trying to tell me to try the soup. So I'm going to try it.
Go ahead, my dear.
And it's real good.
Yes. Family, remember, meals don't have to be fancy. Sometimes it's a warm bowl of chowder served with love that makes the biggest difference. If this encouraged you, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with another caregiver who could use a little inspiration in the kitchen. Until next time, remember, your love makes all the difference. And remember also to love upon your loved ones in a way that they can appreciate the love right now while they still can. Walk good. Thanks again, Michelle. Thanks again, Chef Joe.
Whichever she won't call me. As long as you don't call me late for dinner. Bye, everyone, and thank you for watching.
Oh, yes, goodbye.